It's time for Conversation Corner. Hit it.
Conversation Corner is the place to go. Information, entertainment from the folks you know. The old coyote is howling. Let's get on with the show.
It's Conversation Corner, brought to us by Lucille's Roadhouse, Airport Road in Weatherford. And today we have Christy Hatfield in the studio with us from AirVac Life Team. Hello.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Very good. Are you ready for Christmas? That's the big question of the day. Everywhere I go, people ask me that.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
I guess I better be ready, huh?
Yeah, it's what, 8 days away now? Is that where we're at?
Mm-hmm.
1 week from tomorrow. Wow. How's it already Christmas time?
I have no idea.
It happened so fast.
And then I get all these nice people around me, which they're being kind about it, but they give me a gift. And then I think, oh, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, add that to the list.
Exactly.
Oh, yours is in my husband's car. I'll get it. When he gets home from work, I'll get it.
Get that for you.
I'd had him deliver that, but I'll go ahead and grab it.
But one idea for a gift is to get the membership with the AirVac Life Team, right?
Yes, that's a perfect gift.
And you have some exciting news about a new helicopter we can talk about too, right?
Yes, we do.
Sounds good. With the AirVac Life Team, Christy Hatfield is our guest this morning on Conversation Corner, brought to us by Lucille's Roadhouse.
Struggling to find that perfect Christmas gift? ASAP General Stores has the perfect gift that keeps on giving all year long. ASAP has their 2020 refill mugs ready, and they're now better than ever. You can now not only get endless refills at any of the ASAP General Stores, you can get free refills at Lucille's Roadhouse. That's right, just take your mug with you to Lucille's and get your drinks for free. Lucille's will be open from 6 to 2 Christmas Eve, closed on Christmas Day, but they will be back open first thing New Year's Day. That's Lucille's Roadhouse on Airport Road in Weatherford.
Merry Christmas from Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma. We hope you enjoyed this season as much as we've enjoyed serving you this past year. May your days be merry and bright, and may you prosper in the new year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma.
Shepherd Home Health and Hospice is proud to have Nicole Morgan as their medical social worker. Nicole has 10 years experience in behavioral health care, as well as mental health, trauma, chronic illness, substance abuse, suicide prevention, and crisis training. At Shepherd Home Health and Hospice, you'll find all bases covered when it comes to the care of your loved one. Choose Shepherd Home Health and Hospice Agency, specializing in behavioral health.
The weather outside may be cold and dreary, but farmers and their friends at Equity Exchange of Weatherford, Corn, and Eakley realize that spring is just around the corner. Equity Exchange has all the winter and spring top dressings for farmers' crops, as well as fertilizer, seed, and chemical needs. Drop by and visit with Matt or Greg in Weatherford, Dustin in Corn, or Jason in Eakley for all your agricultural needs. That's Equity Exchange, your member-owned cooperative since 1919.
All good things, unfortunately, come to an end. 20% off a Water Zoo birthday party is ending soon, so book your 2019 party now and save. Parties include swimming, splashing, and sliding, plus pizza and pop. You bring the cake, and we do the rest. For the easiest and best winter party around, call now, 580-323-9966, and tell us SAVE 20. That's at the Water Zoo Indoor Water Park, where it's always 83 degrees. I-40, exit 65A, Clinton.
Are you struggling to find that perfect Christmas gift for the men in your life? Well, H&C Supply has the perfect thing for any man on your Christmas list this year. From Traeger wood pellet grills, pellets, and accessories, to DeWalt power tools, mechanic tool sets, Pelican ice chest, and generators. Plus, they have several little stocking stuffers that are sure to impress any guy on your list. Head to H&C Supply in Weatherford and pick out the perfect gift that will make the men in your family smile from ear to ear this holiday season. That's H&C Supply in Weatherford.
New Van and John Show on Coyote Mornings.
It's Conversation Corner, brought to us by Lucille's Roadhouse, open right now with a lovely breakfast for you. Christy Hatfield joining us from the AirVac Live Team. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Good morning. Now, did you fly in? Did you helicopter in the parking lot?
No, they don't let me fly.
Oh.
They don't trust me.
Well, I mean, did they fly you? I mean, I feel like part of the AirVac, one of the perks of the job is you fly everywhere you got to go.
No, they don't even let me get on it.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point of working for AirVac if you don't get flown around to every place you have to be at, every meeting? Because you automatically show up to any meeting when you land in a helicopter as
Very important.
a BA. Yeah, like you're a very important person showing up.
No, my pilots even like to make fun of me when we have an event somewhere, and they'll ask me how long it took me, and then they'll tell me how long it took them to get there.
That's fun. Well, how exciting. You were telling me when you wanted to come on, you were saying that you have a new helicopter coming?
Yes, we have a new one at Elk City, Kingfisher, and it's the EC-130. So the nice thing about it now is if we have a child that we're carrying, we can take a parent with us. We have an extra seat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and same way with like, you'd hate to hear this happen out here, but if we had a prisoner, we can take a guard with them as well.
You. Oh,
so
yeah.
that'd be nice.
Well, everybody deserves care. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
So that's so crazy. It's crazy to think that I can't imagine as a mom or a parent saying it originally just you're taking my kid, which obviously some tragic event just happened for your child to need to be flown, and then you just have to get in your car and drive as fast as you can, which you obviously can't keep up with a helicopter.
Yeah, it feels like 10 days and an hour.
Right. But the good thing is our crew does stick around until the families get there.
Oh, that's amazing.
So it gives them like an update and everything. And that is very, very cool. But now there's an ability or capability to for a parent to ride with.
Exactly.
No, that's huge.
Yeah,
now,
it is huge.
Helicopters, those are cheap, right? I mean,
yeah, real cheap.
Pretty inexpensive. I
mean, just about $10.
You just got. You said you just got what, 3 of them, 4 of them for Christmas?
Yeah, they got. And there's another one in Ardmore. But out here for us, we have the Elk City and the Kingfisher.
That's awesome. So 2 of them out here.
Yeah.
What is the average cost of a helicopter nowadays?
Oh, goodness. I mean, they can just average anywhere.
Yeah.
I've heard people talk about their bills. You've heard people say that, they got a bill for $50,000. Some of them have said less than that. So it just kind of averages.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you're talking about just for rides. I'm talking about the actual helicopter.
How much a helicopter costs. The things
I
that
have
you're
no clue.
expected to know.
I don't know if I want to know.
Right? Well, I know fire trucks are way up there. So I can only imagine an airvac helicopter, because it's not only does it have to be a helicopter, but it's got to be equipped with special things and to go along with it.
100,000
minimum.
100 to 150,000
minimum,
I guess, probably. Yeah.
Is that just for a helicopter?
A base list price of 250,000. Sorry, brand new.
There you go.
But usually start around 100 to 150,000.
And that's before you deck it out.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
and
where
put everything on it that you need.
Right, because that's where like you run into like police cars and fire trucks, and especially fire trucks. But they almost double in value just because of the stuff they have to have on them.
Yeah.
So at least $500,000.
I've heard so many stories of people getting their membership. Do you call it a membership?
Yes.
For the year. One that really stands out in my mind is the police chief of the campus here at Southwestern.
Oh, the Brown family, yeah.
Yeah, the Brown family. It was I think it was just right after she got it, right when she was eligible for it, and I think it was she got it because it was a kind of a discount thing, I guess, from being an employee at SWASU or something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, where they're part of the chamber. Yes.
Okay. So she got it for that, I think, is why she ended up getting it. And then, like the next day or something, whenever she was eligible, her son had to be flown to Oklahoma City for something weird happened with him, and he's okay now. But
that happens.
So weird.
I literally signed a guy up one time on a Friday, and called to follow up with him just on that Monday just to make sure he didn't have any other questions because he was older.
Right.
And he was laughing while he was on the phone saying, "Honey, I've already used you yesterday. I'm at the heart hospital in Oklahoma City."
Wow.
That's crazy.
Now here's my question. Did it happen because he signed up, or did he sign up and that happened?
Is that the luck you get?
I think that was just the luck of the draw.
Yes. But that's a great thing because we talk about it, all the time. It just stinks to have something bad happen in your family, especially with medical bills and insurance and stuff, and then just completely bankrupt you. Mm-hmm. And that's what you guys do.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing about the membership. It's $85 for a year for the entire family, no matter if there's one of you or 10 of you. Like you were talking about the Southwestern, they're a member of our chamber, so they got the discounted rate, which was $65 for the year. So you can't beat that compared to what a flight would cost.
And so just if you work for a business that's a member of the chamber, right?
Yes.
You don't have to own it.
Right. So if there's any business here in Weatherford that's a member of the chamber, they get that discounted rate.
Nice. There's lots of those.
Around this time, you're smart to come in around this time because we're thinking of Christmas gifts, and some people are all ready for Christmas, right? Mm-hmm. It makes me jealous. Oh, I'm ready. I've been ready.
Got it all taken care of.
But then some people are like me looking at the list, and it's like, some of these people are really hard to shop for because just like me, if I need something, I know what I need and usually end up just grabbing that. And so, and then for like my parents being older, they don't want anything. They don't want anything to have to, collect dust or get rid. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just, they're like, I just don't want another thing.
So AirEvac is the perfect Christmas gift.
Yeah, so I think about that, which
Yeah.
they already have. But, if they don't, and that's another thing. If you're wanting to get this for somebody, but you don't know if they have it, is there a way to find out?
Yes, just give me a call, and then I would just check to see if they have a membership or if you have a membership, if it's expired or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they can sign them up. And I have gift certificates for them to do. And I have families that had last year signed up their loved ones. And then this year they just did the renewal with me. So then I give them gift certificates again. So
That's
they
cool.
just put that under the tree.
That is really cool. I almost want to get one just to bring it to a Dirty Santa party, just to see how it goes over. You know what I mean? Because I think that would be a pretty awesome, Dirty Santa gift. I mean, a little on the higher end of Dirty Santa, but not necessarily because it's what, $65, $85?
Right.
It's not like it's too expensive.
No, and we have
By any means.
multi-years too if you want to do a multi-year. But again, for a year, you can't beat the 85 or 65 depending.
And on the multi-year, do you get even more discounts? Is it?
You start saving a little bit of money, yes.
Yeah. I'm in.
Yeah.
Vanessa, you should get that for me for Christmas.
I have people arguing with me right now, sending me messages saying, there is no way a helicopter is just $250,000.
I know.
Yeah.
It's got to be in the millions.
I tried to stop you too, but
They're probably higher than that, I bet.
Well, there's different models.
Yeah.
So I guess, like you said, at the very least, it would be about $250 for a brand new one.
Or
But
higher.
it could be almost $2 million. So
Yes.
There you go. I'm always looking at the cheapest. I'm like, I'll get the cheapest one. The
Yeah.
Robinson R22 for
Yeah.
$250,000.
Yeah.
A steal.
So, and we even have athletic site plans. So, like just recently, we had Gary Winters and Jeff Carlisle here with our Film Bureau agents here in town that purchased athletic sites for Thomas Fay Custer, Arapahoe Butler, Weatherford, and Hydro Eakley schools. So that way the athletes are covered.
Now that's pretty, you don't think about, I mean, you do think about, let's have an ambulance on site, but you don't think about having to be meta-flighted. And so that's such a great idea.
Yeah, it is a
Nice.
great idea. So they were really excited. They called me about it, and then I explained how it worked. And so that's what we've got all the schools covered right here in this area. And we just, it's been great.
according to the NewYorkTimes.com, interrupting for a
I
second.
know. I'm getting arguments.
We're at,
I was like,
we're at $4 million. So I get it. This is from New York Times. Probably not a trustable source, but
maybe it's a Black Friday price. I don't know.
$4 million. Anyways, all right. So that's cool. So how did this idea come about? Because it's one of those now where you mentioned if like football players or cheerleaders or something happens. I was down this is many years ago. So you can tell how old I am. When we were in Cordell and something happened down there, and they had to have a helicopter land on the field and take one of their athletes, and I'm sure that, like you said, if you're going to put these high risk sports with high risk injuries, but you're offering this service that covers everybody that's playing.
Right. So what we do is, like they said, it's an athletic site program. So it'll cover your athletes and your cheerleaders.
Okay.
And then, so since like I told you who they had purchased for, which is your Weatherford, we'll use Weatherford example.
Yeah.
So they have a team here visiting. That team is also going to be covered while they're here visiting.
Oh wow. So even the opposing team is under
When they're on your home field.
on your home field.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's another nice thing.
Man, this is almost something that school districts should just have to have, right? Because you always, especially we talk about living out here. One of the risks you take, I love small town USA. I love the fact that we live in Western Oklahoma where everybody knows everybody. It's safe. You feel comfortable. But the other side of that is our hospital system is not the greatest. And if you want great care, you have to get taken to a great care place, aka Trauma One Center, something like that, in Oklahoma City. And so I think almost if you choose to live out here for your family, you have to want them, and now as a superintendent of a school district or whatever, you would want the best possible care available for your students or for your children, for your family. And this is kind of the way that provides that without having a $100,000 bill.
Exactly.
And I know the school district doesn't eat the cost. It's the parent or of the athlete that would have to eat it. But this is just kind of one of those things. I don't know. I just feel like it's a must have.
It really is. I mean, personally, I think it is because you just never know when you hear so many times, head injuries or whatever, whether it's basketball, football, and you have to go to the city for those things.
And you'd rather I'd rather take the helicopter ride. You'd rather be, what do you call it, safe than sorry?
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'd rather nothing be wrong, but we had to fly and we had to go get looked at and have the brain surgeon or whoever look at me and do the scans and all that within a timely manner than to just, I think we're all right.
Yeah.
I don't know. But when you think about it, I don't have $50,000 either, just to for a ride that I may not need.
Right.
But this kind of takes care of that.
Yeah, so that takes care of that, or just your regular membership as well.
I get an offender bidder. I'm going to call the helicopter. Let them know.
Time for that helicopter
Time for that ride.
Well, talking about living out in the sticks, we are around our listing area. We're only like an hour or 2 hours away from, central Oklahoma. But in northwest Oklahoma, that's where I grew up.
Yes.
You literally, you are in the sticks, and you need to, definitely have your membership there.
I wonder how far the closest Trauma One Center is to, let's say, Woodward or.
Well, I was gonna
share. Freedom.
At Freedom.
Yeah. I
was gonna share this story. Just the weirdest thing happened. So a couple of years ago, one of my best friends, his mother, was ran over by her husband, his dad. He just didn't see, and she was walking and listening to music or whatever, she's just walking around. I don't know how, it's the weirdest thing. But she had to be metaflighted,
Right.
And it's just like, thank goodness for you guys doing that, able to get you there as quick as possible, because a situation like that, you're not wondering if you should be metaflighted. You have to be, and you're so far away from, us living out in the sticks, you're so far away from help.
Yeah, my mom, her best friend lives out at Laverne.
Okay, there you go.
And her daughter was in a bad car wreck, or granddaughter was in a bad car wreck, headed to Woodward, and she was flown by AirEvac. And they still say to this day, if it wouldn't have been for our crew, she probably would have been paralyzed, but they knew what to do. And she's walking and talking, and
wow,
it's a miracle, and you just don't know.
And if you ever talk to anybody that has these memberships and have had to use it, they make sure to renew that every year, and they get it for everybody they know, and
yes,
they understand.
And the stories that people come and tell you when you're set up somewhere about, hey, y'all flew me, and this is what you did for me, and the crew was amazing, and that's another thing. The crew is amazing. I'm just so grateful to work with a bunch of great people that they're just amazing. I words can't even explain. They're awesome, and the stories that you hear when you go somewhere about what they did for them.
Yeah. Well, okay. So if someone's listening and they're thinking they want to check out more information on this, or they are thinking of someone, but they might already have a membership or whatever, how do they even get started?
Well, first of all, they can just call me at 580-878-1002. And I can either check their membership, I can get them signed up. We can just take it from there.
All right, Christy Hatfield, I appreciate you coming in. And then once again, fun news from you guys that you have a new helicopter.
Yes, and we're excited to have it out here in western Oklahoma.
I love it. Harold Wright, if you're listening, there's 4 million people that live in Oklahoma. And I feel like if we can get Harold to pass a bill, it's cost $260 million. And that would give everybody in the state of Oklahoma coverage.
Yes, because we have extra money, especially this year in Oklahoma.
Yeah, what's more important than saving lives?
That's true.
And helicopter. Yeah, I understand that. So
get the coverage. But add it on there.
Yeah. I'm just saying we pay for dumber stuff. We watch the emus and whatever before the
Mustangs.
The Mustangs. Yeah, we're protecting.
Yeah.
We've got dumber stuff out there. If we could find a way to get a hospital or an AirEvac membership for every resident in the state of Oklahoma.
That's a good question to ask, though. Is that one of those things where, we're like, oh, everybody should have insurance. Let's get insurance for everyone.
We have to have it.
And then it started to cause a problem because, you can't really,
Because
I never thought about
that.
But
you have to have, because especially like we mentioned out here, OHP or the ambulance or whoever is pulling up the ambulance service. Somebody help me. Anyways, pulls up. They don't say, let's see if he's got insurance first. They either call the helicopter or they don't.
Yeah,
that's right.
And they're flying more and more, it seems like, all the time.
Yeah.
And, I travel, I cover 9 counties, and I'm always seeing a helicopter in the air.
Yeah, and you just say a little prayer and hope that
everybody's okay.
Yeah, hope it's not too serious.
Yeah, you hope they didn't just lose their house because they couldn't afford a helicopter. That to be right, we're talking $40,000, not just that's a lot of money.
Expensive.
I had a man call me, it's been like 2 months ago, and he called me. He says, I need to sign up, and I need to sign up now.
Right.
And you hear the wife in the background griping at him, saying, I told you so. Well, we flew her 2 weeks prior, and she'd been on him for months to sign up. And so we flew her without membership, but they have it now. But he said, he was in big trouble from the wife because he didn't listen.
And it's just one of those things, you're meaning to get it, and you just don't. So
don't wait.
Yeah, this is a good time. 580-878-1002.
Yep.
Is that right? All right, Christy, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Conversation Corner is brought to us by Lucille's Roadhouse on the Coyote.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your home for fresh country hair.